The next activity starts on page 255. It asks you to find each quotient mentally. So quotient means the answer to a division problem, and mentally means in your head. Try to think about it rather than calculate it out. Number 1 says 5 divided by 1/3. 2 is 2 divided by 1/3. 3 is 1/2 divided by 1/3. And 4 is 2.5 divided by 1/3. Notice that they're all being divided by 1/3. So to help you out, ask yourself, what number, if divided into thirds, gives us 5, gives us 2, gives us 1/2, gives us 2.5. After you're done solving, be sure to think about what strategy you use to solve the problem. To do that, you can think, first, I use blank because blank. Then I use blank because blank. Be sure to write your strategy on the board. Let's see how you did. For the first one, you should have 15. For number 2, you should have 6. For number 3, you should have 1.5 or 3/2. For number 4, you should have 7.5 or 15/2. To solve number 1, you could think of it of breaking 5 into groups of 3. So every 5 you have, so become 3. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. For 2, you could break that into groups of 3 as well. So each unit of the 2 is broken into 3 pieces. So it becomes 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6. For the next one, same thing, break a half into 3 pieces each. You end up with 3/2, and same thing for 2.5 and 1/3. You could also notice that number 1 and number 4 are half of the amount, because 5 and 2.5. 2.5 is half of 5, so the answers are half. 7.5 is half of 15. You can also use what we call the reciprocal, which is when you flip and multiply. So 5 times 3 divided by 1, 15. 2 times 3 divided by 1, 6. 1/2 times 3, 3/2. And the last one, 2.5 times 3, will give you 5/2 times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15 divided by 2, which is the same thing as 7.5.